podcast communicator everyone. My name is Susarat Ayawali. I am a teacher to student at Rehan School, Lahore campus. Today we talk about the art of storytelling, how to keep active and inspire others. Good communication is not just about sharing information, it is about creating connection, emotion, and inspiration. Storytelling is one of the oldest and most powerful forms of communication, from ancient traditions to modern presentation. Stories have helped people learn, remember, and relate to one another. A great story can capture attention, spark imagination, and leave a lasting impact on listeners. Whether in education, business leadership, or everyday life, storytelling helps us communicate ideas more effectively and build stronger relationships. Today, we will explore the art of storytelling, discover what makes a story memorable, and learn how stories can inspire, motivate, and influence people in meaningful ways. So, let's start with ChatGPT. Hi, ChatGPT.
Hi, I'm here and ready to help. What do you have in mind for editing?
Today, we talk about the art of storytelling, how to captivate and inspire others.
Absolutely. Storytelling is such a powerful tool. I think a big part of it is connecting with people on a personal level, using vivid details and tapping into universal emotions. Did you have a specific context or type of story in mind, like personal stories, business storytelling, or something else?
Why do people naturally enjoy listening to stories?
That's a great question. I think at a deep level, humans are wired for stories. They help us make sense of the world, they evoke empathy, and they create a sense of shared experience. Plus, a well told story can just be really enjoyable. It's like a mini escape.
How can storytelling improve communication skills?
Yeah, that's a really good point. When you use storytelling, it actually makes your messages more memorable. It helps you simplify complex ideas, engage your audience emotionally, and build a connection. So instead of just giving facts, you wrap them in a narrative, and that really sticks with people.
What are the key elements of a great story?
Ooh, so a great story usually has a clear structure, like a beginning, middle, and end. It also has relatable characters or a strong central conflict. There's often some sort of transformation or growth, and of course, a vivid sense of setting or detail as well.
Can storytelling inspire positive change? How?
Absolutely. Stories have this incredible power to shift perspectives. When people hear a story they can relate to, especially one about overcoming challenges or seeing a new possibility, it can spark empathy and inspire action. So when we share stories with purpose, they can really drive positive change.
How can personal experience become powerful stories?
Oh, that's a great point. When we draw from our own experiences, they feel authentic, and that authenticity really pulls people in. When we share a personal challenge, a moment of growth, or even a small turning point, it gives the story a real emotional anchor. And that connection, in turn, helps inspire others.
How do stories help build trust and connection?
Yeah, that's really important. When you tell a story, especially one that's genuine, it shows vulnerability. And vulnerability is what makes people trust you. When they see themselves in your story, they feel understood, and that creates a real sense of connection between you and your audience.
What role does emotion play in storytelling?
Emotion is really at the heart of storytelling. It's what makes a story come alive. When people feel something, whether it's joy, sadness, or hope, they're more invested. And that emotional pull helps them remember the message and act on it long after the story ends.
How can storytelling be used in leadership?
Oh, it's a brilliant tool in leadership. When leaders share stories, whether it's about their own journey, a team's success, or a company's vision, it gives meaning to their message. It helps people see the bigger picture, feel inspired, and align with shared goals.
Why are stories effective in education and learning?
Yeah, stories are so effective in education because they give context to abstract concepts. When a lesson is framed as a story, it sticks more easily in memory. It also engages emotions, making learning more relatable and fun, so students really connect to it.
How can businesses use storytelling to connect with customers?
Oh, definitely. In business, storytelling humanizes a brand. When companies share their origin story, customer success stories, or their values, it builds trust and loyalty. People remember those emotional connections, so they're more likely to stick with a customer.
What are common mistakes storytellers make?
Yeah, a big one is not having a clear focus. Like if the story wanders too much, it can lose impact. Another mistake is being too vague. If there's no concrete detail or emotional anchor, people won't connect. And sometimes storytellers forget to think about their audience. What resonates with them is crucial.
How can body language enhance storytelling?
Oh, it's huge. When you pair body language with a story, like using gestures, changing your posture, or even facial expressions, it adds so much energy and authenticity. It draws people in, helps them feel what you're feeling, and really brings the story to life.
What makes a story memorable?
I think a memorable story has a few key ingredients. It's personal, so it feels authentic. It has vivid details or a unique setting, and it usually has a strong emotional core, something that really sticks with you long after.
How do culture stories shape societies?
Oh, that's a really profound question. Stories are kind of like the glue of culture. They pass down values, traditions, and worldviews. They help people understand who they are, where they come from, and what they aspire to be. So, in that way, stories really shape how we live and how we relate to each other.
How can digital media change the way stories are told?
Oh, it's really shifting things. Digital media lets us tell stories through video, interactive formats, and social platforms. It also gives a global audience access to stories they might never have encountered before. So, storytelling is more immediate, more diverse, and it can spark movements in ways it never has before.
What skills can help someone become a better storyteller?
Yeah, absolutely. Practice is huge. Just telling more stories, even small ones, builds your skill. Also, studying great storytellers helps. Notice how they structure their stories, how they use pauses, and how they engage their audience. And don't forget to really connect with your own emotions. When you feel it, the audience often will too.
Who is a storyteller you admire and why?
Got it. Yeah, a storyteller is really anyone who crafts and shares narratives. It could be a novelist, a teacher, a leader, or even a friend sharing a personal anecdote. What matters is the ability to engage others, connect through a meaningful arc, and make them feel something.
How can storytelling inspire people to take action?
Yeah, that's one of its superpowers. When a story shows a character overcoming obstacles or achieving a dream, it gives listeners a blueprint. They see themselves in that journey and it makes them feel like, hey, if they can do it, so can I. So it sparks hope, motivation, and real world action.
Okay, thanks, ChatGPT.
Of course, I'm really glad we got to talk about all this. If you ever want to dive into storytelling again or anything else, just let me know.
Thanks. Thanks, ChatGPT. The art of storytelling, how to captivate and inspire others. Storytelling is more than entertainment. It is a powerful tool for sharing ideas, building connections, and inspiring positive change. Every person has unique experience and lessons that can become meaningful stories. I hope today's discussion has encouraged you to appreciate the value of storytelling and motivated you to develop your own storytelling skills. May we continue using stories to educate, inspire, and connect with others. Thank you for your attention, participation, and wonderful insight. Have a great day. Thank you, everyone, for being part of this discussion on